Good morning. So let's start. If you want to use for everywhere, present live, you can scan the QR code. All right, so ready? Okay, so let me go to this page. Today we want to discuss protocol layers and service models. And I try to remind you of checking the preview videos. Maybe in the future I will go through the slides quickly because I assume you will view the videos, actually view the preview videos, and then for some content I think if it is okay, then I will go through quickly. For example, this one, protocol layers. Well, protocol layers actually is something like we have some box and put box on a box, and then we will have the steps. Well, so if you want to think layers equal to steps, that's fine. Why I use step? Because I think you have the concept of steps. If you think you can understand what I talk to you, that's fine. Sometimes we don't have the exact subtitles, so just for your reference. Well, if you have the idea stats, I think you will know we will have stats for networking as well. Why we want to have stats or the layers here? Because networks are complex, and therefore we try to have many pieces, but many actually no, we try to have some, and so that those layers can control networking properly. For that reason, then we will have layering. Later we will ask you layering again. Well, so look at this question. The question asks us, is it possible to have any possible structure, and so that that structure can help us understand the operation of networking easily? Well, because of this, then we will have layers. Before we go, here it's really simple. Daily life example, talking about air travel. I'm not sure. Have you ever taken maybe an airplane to the other places? If yes, I think you will have this feeling or this experience, right? You need to buy a ticket, purchase. Then you have ticket, you will go to the airport, so you will have your baggage. You need to check in, and then once you have the baggage, you need to ask some maybe crew member to load your baggage so that we have the gates. Of course, you need to go there before loading. And actually, runaway that says tackle, and then we will have airplane routing, and etc. So we have these, all the steps here. So it says at this we need to have some standardized steps, and those steps we can have the suitable layers. Well, so this is a daily life example. Well, if you want to have the corresponding part to have the other side, we will have reach the destination and landing and so that unload the baggages. And you need to claim where is your baggage. Finally, if you have any complaint, then you will have the complaint about this travel. In fact, about the tickets. Well, this is a daily life example. We just pass on the daily life example so that we have some functions. Put some function into some layers, and then we can have the layers here. Well, of course, you can define the function for each layers. All right, and actually for layer and layer, we need to have the maybe proper action, and so that the upper layer try to have some goal to the lower layer, actually the right lower layer, so that you will have the implementation. Well, I ask you to perform some actions for me. Well, so we can have the layers from the daily life example. Again, so we have the layer, and so that we will have the corresponding service, ticketing service, baggage service, gas service, around away service, and routing service. In fact, because of the service here, so that we have the layers. Well, we see that you have a reason. The system is complex, so we need to have layers, and so that we have at least one reason to support layering. Why layering here? So first of all, complex system. All right, because of a complex system, so we have layering. Well, I ask you to check the first two items by yourself. Complex system, so we need to do something like this. So we will have a layering, and so we will have this. Allow you to have 1 minute to check. Of course, you can discuss with your members. So at least I didn't have the chance to start. I mean, I start here, so that I have the chance to check the content I delivered to you, and so that I think you may have some image to understand something. Well, before we go, let me have 1 minute to check. So group 1, up to now. Any questions? No? Okay, thank you. And group 4? No, sir. Okay, good, thank you. So next one, we have some items layering considered harmful. So, is it harmful to have the layers? The answer is it is probably harmful if you have the layers, but you don't have the proper definition for function for each layer. And so that sometimes you have a function fall outside the two layers, and then it seems really no one wants to take care of some issues. If so, then we will have harmful effects. All right, so it's possible. However, if we can have the proper separation of functions to each layer, and then no harmful effects. And of course, is it possible to have a similar layering to the other complex system? Of course, the answer is yes. Well, because of that, we will have the protocol layers, and here we call protocol stack. Well, for the internet, this possible that you have 5 layers from physical, link, network, transport to application layers. Layer 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From bottom to up, top. And so then we have the 5 layers. As for the content of functions within the layers, I think you can check it by yourself. I assume you check the videos before you come here. But I want to emphasize this one. Application layer, then some possible examples. HTTP, SMTP, and IMAP. All the examples here, they are protocols as well. And how about transport layer? TCP and UDP. Same, they are protocol as well. But right now, we just want to have the protocol stack for the internet. So internet can cover many protocols, and so that we will have the protocol stack for the internet. All right, so of course we can have the other protocol to support the protocol stack of the internet. Okay.
And are there like any other protocols for transporting the internet?
It's possible, yes.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, you can have the extra defined transport layer protocol for sure. Yeah, it's possible. But frequently we use UDP and TCP, so we mention the 2 protocols here only. It doesn't mean limit to the 2 protocols. Okay. And network layer, we have IP routing and the other protocol. So we mention IP and routing only. Doesn't mean we have the 2 types of protocol. And likewise, we can have link layer. We have Ethernet, Wi-Fi, and PPP. Point-to-point protocol, PPP. As for physical layer, it really depends. If we talk about, for example, Ethernet, then we can have the twisted pair, and then we will have the corresponding. It doesn't mean the protocol. We will have the media layer. And likewise, if we have a 5G, we will have the media for 5G, right? Well, now, if we have all the layers, and then how it works. It looks like we want to send a package. In fact, here I call package. You want to send a package, for example, through the post office. And then, if you don't have any preparation, you can bring something you want to send to the post office, and then put the content into the box. All right. So, for example, put into the box. So first of all, you have the message, the content you want to deliver. Put into the box. For the box, you should have some information. For example, where you want to send. So at least you need to have the destination, right? At least you need to have the name of the receiver or something else. So that's why we have the extra term here. We have a header. And with the header and the messaging, then you will have here a still called packet, but we have a new term. We call it segment. So the packet here, in fact, it is not packet. The packet here we call segment for the transport layer. Likewise, you can use the current content, put into the box. And still we have the header. But this time, this one, in fact, we can call it packet. However, in the internet, we call it datagram. So if you want to call it a packet, it's okay. And here we have a datagram because of internet. So we call it datagram here. Frame, and finally, it's bit string. So we don't have any specific term associated with the physical bits. Well, if so, it is called encapsulation. So what that means encapsulation, I didn't know the meaning. Someone like put the content into the box. That way, it is called the encapsulation. However, I didn't have the keywords here. I don't think it is so exactly if we have the current is maybe meaning for the encapsulation. If you want to follow the concept, actually just the content put into the box, and that way it is called the encapsulation. However, following the dictionary, we have the meaning. If we have that one, actually, something like maybe not compression, but similar to that one, but put into the box. Well, maybe something wrong. Something wrong with your present life, but let me continue. So here we have encapsulation and put into box and then send it to the nearby device. So here we have a nearby device. A nearby device should have the same number of layers. The answer is no. The intermediate one, we can have 2 layers for switch, but 3 layers for routers. Alright, so it doesn't mean we always have 5 layers. For the internet, for example, for switch, we only have 2 layers. For router, we can have 3 layers. And the thing about this, if you want to, actually you want to fulfill the function of a switch by a computer, is it possible? 就你要实现一个 switch， 但是是你自己用电脑做。So is it possible to fulfill the function of a switch by using a computer?
Why not?
Why not? Yes, it's yes. However, if it is yes, let me ask you the question. If you implement the switch using your computer, so how many layers you can have using that computer? 2 or 5?
Like 5. 3 of them will be
Yes. The answer from this student is correct. Because of a computer, it's a host. So we have 5 layers. We have 3 extra layers. It doesn't mean functionally. It is they are redundant functions there because it won't be necessary to go to the app layer. However, you use a computer, so you have 5 layers. But for layer 3, 4, and 5, they are extra functions. It won't be necessary for the original purpose of the switch. Yeah, that's it. So here I identify for the actual idea. It's possible to always use 5 layers to implement some components. All right, for example, you can use a computer to replace that switch. All right, so up now for this is okay. Well, let me share with Kurose about the current discussion using a computer to replace a switch. Okay? Okay, thank you. So I think I just follow the slide to let you know this is operation. We have the encapsulation sending to switch and sell it to routers, finally to the destination. All right, that's all. To the destination, actually, we need to encapsulate so that we can extract the content. So we need to actually open the box and get the content. Open the box and get the content. Finally, you get the message. That is what you want. So repeat the operation so that you can have the message reach the destination, right? Okay, so we can go to the next one. All right, so that's all. This is the discussion for protocol layers. And maybe I still emphasize some important content, but at least I go through the description for protocol layers quickly. Well, is it okay? So,